Well, the key factors for a successful OTT launch, well, you've got to start with a good service. Good service involves the entire value chain. So it starts with good content, but not just any content. It's content people want, and it's in a timely manner. You got to give them content when they want it. They don't want it late. They don't want it. They don't want to wait. So they want it now. So you give them the content they want. It involves a good platform. You need to have a platform that, under the hood, can do all the little things that they want to do, whether it's recommendations or it's bookmarking. You want to make sure the delivery network can support all the streams that they want to watch. You want to make sure that you've got good QoS. At the end user side, you want to make sure your app or your service is available on as many devices or on devices that the consumers already have. They don't have to go out and buy a device anymore. Let's try to utilize the devices that they have to offer them the service. That's going to make sure that you cover your bases on the service side, but then you still have to do all the groundwork to educate the consumer, especially in the Middle East with a new service that's purely broadband based. There's still a lot of education that you have to do, and that involves education both at the marketing level where you're pushing out messaging, but also on the ground, that the guys that are installing the service, the guys that are at the outlets, at the customer care counters, they have to be ready and willing to be able to push the service out for a successful launch. We had a lot to do with educating the consumer. In the Middle East, people are used to getting content for free, whether that's for satellite or other legal or illegal ways. They pretty much are used to anything on the internet should be free. I mean, and I think a lot of us are used to that. But so the challenge for us has been trying to get them to pay for content and pay for the service. And the way that we've tried to overcome that is give them technology. We say, listen, you're all early adopters. So you're willing to pay for technology, maybe not for content, so we'll wrap up our costs in the technology side. We'll give you these nice bells and whistles, which you as early adopters will gladly take on and pay the additional fee for. Obviously within the UAE, we're growing the service, we'll continue evolving it. So that means upgrading the UI, adding recommendation engines, adding more value to the service, bringing more niche content from other parts of the world that we can't get in the UAE. But on a more global scale and leveraging our group presence in multiple countries, we're white labeling our service and taking it to our group subsidiaries in other countries, and literally any ISP or telco that would like to offer an OTT service of their own, but in a very, very simple, easy to deploy. You know, you don't have all the capex and all the expenses you have of building something from scratch. But we'll customize it for you, we'll make it look like your service. You manage the service, you manage the content, and you manage your users.